Hey guys, here's my dog Sherlock trying to pack himself, but he came with us on our trip to Charlotte, North Carolina. Here he is on the plane, snuggled up to a stranger's feet. He was so sweet to us. And the first night we ended up going to Essex. We were starving, couldn't find a place casual enough in a patio with the dog last minute, and they ended up being absolutely perfect. I had the bang bang fish, which tasted like chicken, weirdly enough, and Sid had this like delicious chicken salad thing. And the next morning we went to this amazing Biddy and Bear coffee shop, which is beautiful because they employ a bunch of people who are handy capable and neurologically different, like not neurotypical. And I love that. I love that so much. It's a great cause. We ended up buying a really cute canvas bag that said like a cause disguised as a coffee shop or something like that, which proved to be really great on the trip too. And we put a pin on where we live. They had this map where you could put a pin wherever you're visiting from, which was really fun. And I had the mint chocolate frappuccino, which actually was really, really delicious. We had a beautiful little downtown view behind us, and there's a little coffee shop, ice cream shop behind us, a lot of cute boutiques. Really into it. Sherlock was happy. And if you can see, it says South End behind me here. South End was a really trendy, kind of young professional neighborhood. And of course, I've been embroidering at night. It was really like calming on the trip. This was a house we went to go see. We love seeing open houses anywhere we go. And we thought it was really pretty. I took a couple of pictures of like how cool the new builds are looking out there in North Carolina. Wow, they have really beautiful real estate out here. That's a closet. It's ridiculous. There's the master suite. Of course, we can't afford this house, but we Googled anyway and enjoyed their backyard with that free floating fireplace. It's, you know, a girl can dream. And that's how you get somewhere eventually. This was, I want to say North End. Yeah, Camp North End or something like that. And it says Mount there. And it was really pretty. We went on a very, very urban night, and that might freak you out if you're not used to it. But it's very warehousey, and it was all these restaurants that were warehousey. DJs were spinning. It was really loud. It was not quite our vibe, I think, because we're old. But I love the landscaping, and it's a really cool concept. See, there's some of the landscaping. I think it's just gorgeous flowers everywhere and hammocks and stuff. Here's Sherlock and Sid. It was really hot though. We ended up going to Optimist Hall, which was more our speed, which is here. And we got one of those tables on, if you go in the front, it's to the right side. Here's Sherlock getting his new treats from the place inside that sells dog treats. They're awesome. The people there were phenomenal. Go visit them, you guys. I ended up going there twice and getting a toy and her treats. And I went to the Noble Smoke place. Those guys couldn't have been any nicer either, and the smoked sandwiches were amazing. You also can get drinks at the bar that's right there by the tables. You can't take your beverages out of this area if you do that. But the bartender was really sweet too. Sherlock loves the grass. Like, he is such a grass and water doggy. It's funny that we live in the desert. Every time we travel, or when we lived in Georgia for a brief year, it's always rolling in grass and smelling the lake and chasing the birds. And you know, he just loves it. So we had to do that everywhere we went where there was thick grass. I believe this is right outside of our hotel. They were really great at both of our hotels. So we stayed in a Sheraton, and then we stayed in the Airport Hilton our last night. And both of them were very, very dog friendly. In fact, everywhere we went in North Carolina was pretty dog friendly. Most places even had bowls and stuff. Yeah, that was the Sheraton, our first hotel, which we actually preferred. And we usually love Hiltons, but this one was just excellent. I loved everything about it. Their bar was decent. This was at their rooftop bar. Go there. Go cross the little hallway if you're not staying on the fancy side and go to their rooftop bar. It was phenomenal. That one was in the lobby bar actually, but I got a couple of their sugar mama, it's called, like cucumbery drinks. Amazing. Highly recommend it. I think I have a picture of them somewhere. I bought Sherlock this $5 toy at Target, and he really crashed out every night because we wore him out. He loves adventure, and we played with him hardcore before bed. He was so happy. There it was. It was called City Lights, and I loved how they had the stamp. And then that was a drink I got called the Sugar Mama, which I highly recommend if you like a good balanced drink. Very refreshing. The downtown Charlotte skyline is absolutely stunning at night. Like Dallas is stunning at night, like other landscapes of big cities, but this one just gorgeous. I can't explain it. And there's shout out to Mary Beth, my absolutely new best friend in North Carolina. We just hit it off immediately and met randomly. And here she is loving on my dog. She's like his new auntie. Just adored her. We had so much fun together. And my husband and I the next day took a golf cart tour. I believe this is day 3. We weren't there that long. And the golf cart tour was, we got on Groupon, This is an alleyway that just has really amazing local artists, just murals the whole way down. Loved it. The whole tour was fun. I love history, and so does Sid, so we really enjoyed it, and the breeze was nice. We don't get there early and don't get in the back. It was great for filming like this, but it wasn't entirely shaded the whole way. Here, luckily, we were in the shade. We stopped right by this, like,
Look at the flowers.
amazing flower shop where this, like, kind of like Jason Momoa haired, super muscular farmer was. It was really kind of funny to watch, and like, how fun is that? Like, I love muscular guys selling flowers. And there's Queen Charlotte and her 2 dogs. They also have a statue of all of her children all over playing. And this was the, I want to say bootleg house. I forgot, it's something like that, where they ran liquor illegally during Prohibition. There is a local tavern, and that truck's been there forever. And these people pump music 24/7, which I thought was really cool. This is in their historical district. You know, I love me some good historic homes. This one is like a really fancy restaurant. And one of my favorite things I ate the whole trip was this milkshake. I know that sounds crazy. I really wasn't eating a whole lot of sugar on this trip. We were eating pretty darn healthy aside from that barbecue. And I was just like, I want ice cream. I rarely do that, but it was so good. I got the s'mores flavored milkshake, and the person who got it for me was delightful. It was delicious. They left off one of the flavors, graham cracker, but it was like a vanilla-y, chocolatey mix. It was very good. And we had that lawn with the cornhole. That's me loving my milkshake. Favorite thing I had the whole time. There's us on the tour again. Took a couple selfies. And this was in Freedom Park. It was beautiful. Very green everywhere we went. Look how green and lush this is. It was really hard to find though. I wonder if we were even in the right place. I don't know. Our skin and hair started floofing up too on the trip, like got big hair from the humidity. We also went to the Whitewater Park that my cousin recommended. This is peach and ricotta, by the way, flatbread, amazing. This normally would be Whitewater Rapids, but they turned it off at a certain time of night. There's the zip line I'm pointing out here. So I believe it's like $60 for every activity if you do all the things, or you can do them individually like Disneyland used to be back in the, back when they opened. So there's Sid with Sherlock, and it was fun because he ended up loving playing with his cousin. That's my cousin, the girl, and her husband Chris. That's Michelle, and she loved their dog Leo. So he was playing with his other cousin here. He loves he has a lot of cousins that are like dual mixes, and he just adores each and every one. They had a grand old time. He crashed hard after this long little walk we took around the park. We all had dinner. It was excellent. I would go there again, absolutely. Here's a map of the place. There's a lot to do. They even have rock climbing. You can fall back into the pool. And then our last night we stayed at that Hotel Hilton, which had this cool like gobo lights when you walk in, which I thought was a nice touch. It was one of those giant Hiltons that had like all the way around identical rooms where you almost feel like you're in Inception. Sid and I do not love that, but it's really cool. As a kid, I would have adored it. Their coffee station was good though, and we had a suite because we had a free night with Hilton. Sherlock is pooped here. We really wore him out. I think he enjoyed the trip more than anybody, although we all enjoyed it very, very much. So we got the 2 beds. Warning though, we've been noticing that when you get suites and stuff and they say 2 queen beds, they're really full-sized, and you have to have your own bed, which is fine, but that wasn't the plan, it's not very romantic. And there's Queen Charlotte at the airport. Thanks for watching.